Also Brock.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are two guys who work their tail off and who have the abilities. And, you know, I'm glad they were able to showcase to the world what they were able to do and have the success that they had this year.
Take time out of his busy week to do that before his game. So, you know, Fred is he's what BYU is. Grit, hardworking, love for the game, and a good dude.
Gentlemen, Cory Bosemer here with Danny Cannell. Danny, what advice could you give to any incoming quarterbacks on how to handle the draft combine process and the process once they make it in the league?
Cory, man, it is so different than when I was coming out. These players are so prepped and primed and ready to go. They've been through, you know, mock interviews with every GM. I'd say just try to be authentic as you can in the interviews. Be honest with the teams. Present yourself in the best way possible, and some of the little things that people take for granted, looking people in the eye, good for a handshake, that'll go a long way, especially for a quarterback where everyone's looking for the intangibles. But the advice I'd say once you get to your team, wherever you end up getting drafted, is get ready to go to work. Because when you go in there, you're a rookie. It doesn't matter if you're a first-round pick or you're the seventh-round pick. Everyone looks at you the same way. They don't care. You can win over the team by having great work habits.
What's your thoughts on the current state of the Florida State Seminoles, your alma mater?
So from a football perspective, we are headed in the right direction.
Yes, I agree.
I've been fired up from Mike Norvell, who I liked since the beginning, and it was a rough couple years. The first couple years were pretty rough. Dealt with COVID, you know, which had a lot of issues that came with that, as everybody knows very well. And then you just didn't see the results on the field. But finally, I felt like he was laying a foundation and a culture, establishing a culture that would eventually translate. This past season, we saw it start to translate into wins. First 10-win seasons, you know, since 2016. It's been a long time since Florida State has had some success, and I think now they can really start building upon that. And they're going to be a trendy pick this year to win the ACC and potentially make that Final Four.
One last question. As a man that had a very good, lengthy career in the NFL, what advice could you give to current players that get down when they get traded? Now, I know getting traded any given time is unfortunately the nature of the beast. As a man that's been traded for multiple teams, what advice on that aspect could you give the current quarterbacks in the league?
Cory, thank you for complimenting my NFL career. It was very much a journeyman career, but I got cut. You know, I found myself out of the league for 2 years, got back in for another 2 years, and the back end of it, persevere. You know, that's the main thing, is never doubt yourself, never doubt your abilities. And if you keep persevering through that adversity and don't hang it up, don't quit, you'll find yourself on the other side getting another opportunity, but just stay ready. Because a lot of guys, maybe they get cut, they feel down on themselves, they stop working out, they think about quitting, and then they might get called back and they're not ready to step up to the plate. Just stay ready and keep persevering through that adversity, because everybody, I don't care if it's Peyton Manning, I don't care if it's Tom Brady, I don't care who it is, they've all faced their up and downs throughout their career.
Danny, thank you for your time, sir. What's your time like at Louisville, and how has Louisville helped prepare you for the draft?
I had a great time at Louisville. You know, the whole atmosphere there is family vibes, and I feel like with me being in that offensive style, it most definitely gave me like a head start to like it's similar to a whole lot of different other teams that's in the league. So I feel like with that right there, I got some type of head start, and I feel like it gave me like a slight advantage.
One more question. What are NFL teams getting with you?
A very versatile back, you know, with my size. You don't see guys that can run like I could. That's another thing that I intend to prove when tomorrow. And I feel like I can catch out the backfield. I have a route tree that is similar to a wide receiver. So I feel like those are a lot of great things that they will get out of me.
Thank you. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Cory Bosemer here with Michael Smith. So, Mike, as soon as I got here at the draft combine yesterday, I noticed how you were speaking with Will Levis, quarterback at Kentucky. What's your thoughts on him? You know, my perspective is, one, you asked great questions, and two, how fluent and consistent he was with his responses. Like his eyes didn't flutter. He stayed contacted. What's your thoughts on Will Levis?
That's a good observation. Thank you for that.
So I didn't know what to think of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew about some of the inconsistencies from year to year, or game to game, or play to play as a player. As a person, I moved from Connecticut, you know what I mean? And so I live in Connecticut still. And I knew he, put mayonnaise in his coffee. I knew he ate, whole bananas and, didn't peel bananas or whatnot. So I'm like, I don't know what to think of this thing. Now, granted, I've been doing this for a long time. I know these kids are polished and coached and they know how to deal with media, they know how to deal with teams, they know how to say all the right things. I get it. But I still feel like I got a pretty good feel for people. And I was really impressed. This was one of my favorite conversations all week. The best way I can describe it is the simplest way. Dude's just a quarterback. Like, I've been around a lot of quarterbacks in like 20 some odd years of covering this game, and it's like, yeah, he's an NFL quarterback. Like, and all that comes with in terms of how he's going to present at the podium, how he's going to present in a meeting, how he's going to present in a locker room, how he's going to present in the community. He just like carries himself and presents and communicates like a quarterback.
No, for sure.
And I'm just like, okay, I get it. And so I love, the series that I'm doing is called Gets It. I got it when it came to Rule 11. It's like, yes, there might be some things on film that you worry about, and can we coach this out of them and improve this and this, that, and the other. But in terms of the makeup of the individual, I think that's a solid group right there.
Thank you for the answer. I got one more question. Yeah. So for a person wanting to get into media, what advice would you have for that person?
All right, I'll answer it this way. I will say media is the operative word. Because with a lot of people, especially at a young age, they say, oh, I want to be on television. Oh, I want to be a sideline reporter. Oh, I want to be a talk show host. Oh, I want to write. Oh, I want to have a radio show. Or this, that, and the other. And they want one specific thing. And then on top of that, they want it fast. And so I think understanding that the path is not always linear. Yeah. And if you just embrace any experience and any opportunity, however it may come, even if it doesn't align with your vision board, or your 5-year plan, or whatever you think you should be doing in the sequence you should be doing it to achieve the goal you think you want, if you embrace it, you may expose yourself to other interests. Like you may say, for example, hey, I really want to be on camera, but take a liking to producing. So you may expose yourself to other interests, and more important, relationships that can open doors down the road that can help you when it comes to getting where it is you want to go. And then lastly, just your skill set becomes so versatile to where, if I may say so, I feel like one of the things that made me most effective as a writer is I was a copy editor. And one of the things that makes me most effective as on-air talent is I'm also a producer. I'm not a producer. I'm not in the control room. Yeah. I don't want to disrespect people who actually do that. Right. I'm saying, but I think like a producer because I've kind of taken a macro view to my content. So my point is, it's like, don't get frustrated when things aren't going the way you think they should go, as quickly as you think they should go. Right. Like a lot of times it's like, okay, you know what, this isn't the job I wanted, but it's an opportunity. Let me take it, embrace it, and see where it takes me.
Michael, thank you for your time, sir.
Hey, Jared, who was your hero growing up?
Say it one more time.
Who was your hero growing up?
Hero? Probably my dad. He sacrificed a lot for us, especially me and my brother. Always took us to training whenever he needed it, whenever we needed to be better at football, that's what he did, so he's my hero.
And one more question. What was it like for you to play at a prestigious university like Notre Dame?
Special, Notre Dame's a national brand. Everywhere you go, you're always going to find Notre Dame people, and whenever you're wearing something Notre Dame, even if you know you're a player or not, you're always going to go Irish, so it's something special to be a part of.
Thank you. Hey, Malik, how has the University of Louisville prepared you for the next level?
A lot of great quarterbacks came before me, and being able to drop some knowledge on me, I got a chance to play under Lamar for 1 year, and just seeing him grow to the player he is today definitely helped, and then a lot of the coaches too as well, so I thank them for that.
Should they choose their athletic career at the University of Louisville?
Louisville's it's the only football team is the only team in town. It's strictly football. They're all about football. They got its highs and its lows. When you're winning, they're with you. When you're against you, when you're losing, they're against you. So it's got its moments. But Louisville's a great city, great place. Like I said, it's second home, and I encourage a lot of people to go there.
Hey Malik, how has the University of Louisville prepared you for the next level?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of great quarterbacks came before me, and being able to drop some knowledge on me. I got a chance to play under Lamar for 1 year, and to see him grow to the player he is today definitely helped. And then a lot of the coaches too as well. So I thank them for that.
Should they choose their athletic career at the University of Louisville?
Yeah, I mean, Louisville's the only football team is the only team in town. It's strictly football. They're all about football. I mean, they got its highs and its lows. When you're winning, they're with you. When you're against you, when you're losing, they're against you. So it got its moments. But Louisville's a great city, a great place. Like I said, it's second home, and I encourage a lot of people to go there.
Who's your hero, and what drives you to play the game?
Who's my hero? My mom's my hero. And honestly, she's what drives me to play this game. Some people don't know, but my mom passed away January 11th. And
sorry to hear that.
It was hard on me. My mom's like my best friend. Everything that I had to do with football was for her and with her. It was like everything that I wanted to do was to make her proud and give her a new life. So, I mean, for that, I'll never upset my mom again. And I keep going, never stop.
Hey, Sean, how did your recruitment go about becoming a student athlete for Syracuse?
Syracuse was actually my first offer. I think we got in contact towards my 11th grade high school, so just keeping in contact. Our recruiter there at the time stayed in touch. And then my position coach, Mike Lynch, me and him just keeping in touch over Zoom back then.
Now, when you say they were the first to offer you, were they the ones that stayed the most consistent with you?
Yes, it was my first offer and they stayed most consistent.
Roderick, how did your recruitment go, and how did you end up playing college where you played at?
My recruitment went, it was kind of weird. I got recruited late, and I just remember I went down to Lubbock. I met Coach Cliff Kingsbury. He was the coach at the time. I got talking with him. I got around the players, got around the city, and just fell in love with it. It's sort of like a love at first sight type thing. I know it's Lubbock, Texas, and not a lot of people know where that is or what's good about it. But when I got there, it felt like home to me. So.
All right, I got one more question. It's a two-part question.
I got you.
First part, who is your hero? And second part, what is your why?
Okay. My hero is probably my mother. She raised me. It was me and her for a long time, and she's done a phenomenal job raising me and giving me everything I've ever wanted or needed. And so she's probably my hero, and she's probably also my why, along with my father too. Her and my father are my why, just because. Like I said, both of them done a lot for me, and I appreciate everything they've done for me, and I want to repay them back by showing them that they've done a good job and they sent me on the right path.
All right, one last question. What is an NFL franchise going to get when they draft you?
They're going to get a hard-working person that is very clear of their role and tries to do everything in their power to win games.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Travis, I noticed you answered somebody's question once with mental. How important is the aspect of mental health for you in life in general?
Oh, it's probably, on my top 3 list of most important things to take care of. The mental game it's everything. If you don't have a strong mental, you won't survive in life. And, it's good to have a good group behind you, a good group of people that can help that with you, so you don't have to do it alone. But yeah, mental is very important for me.
Travis, come on.
Hey, Tyler, what was it like playing at a university like Alabama?
Man, it was a great experience. Just getting the opportunity to coach by really good coaches and getting the opportunity to compete against really good players every day in practice. It's really unique and really a once in a lifetime experience. So it's something that I appreciate a lot, and something I won't take for granted.
One more question for you, Tyler. When your time on Earth is all said and done, how does Tyler Steen want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody that worked extremely hard, somebody that left a legacy, not only on the field, but also off the field.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.